Anniversary of Pink Frog Crafts joining us here at the craft store. So of course that means that we have been offering a gift with purchase that is one per customer, but that gift with purchase still is during this hour. And remember, the event finishes after the end of this hour, so at 3 o'clock. Now the free gift with purchase is 50 sheets of ice gold, gorgeous, glorious paper, 120 GSM, double-sided, so perfect for die cutting, punching, creating 3D flowers, shaping them, and of course the beautiful shimmer of the gold will come through even if you colorize it, so that you are not paying anything for it. If you haven't put an order through the event, the second anniversary of Pink Frog Crafts here at the craft store, you will be getting that as long as you check out your baskets before 3 p.m., which is the end of this show. Now, I'm not here on my own. Oh no, we have got a crafter, an expert, and a lovely person herself, Claire. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you very much, Paula. It's lovely to see you.
Lovely to see you as well. And the sunshine outside, a little bit too hot.
A bit hot for me, yeah. I'm not made for the sun.
Well, thank goodness that we are nice and cool inside the studios. Now, of course, let's start with the first bundle that we have got here. Now, you are getting 2 stamp sets. You are getting the daisies and flowers and versus stamps with super smooth and true black in 15 by 30. Now, am I right to think, Claire, that we are getting instructions on how to fold them?
You are. You're getting 10 card folds, and you're also getting the frame instructions as well. So, lots to start you off.
Lots indeed. Now, of course, this is featuring the stamps. Now, that is great for beginners, isn't it? Because that can mean that you can mix it and match it.
Definitely. It's great for beginners, but for me, as a slightly more experienced crafter, it's quite good sometimes just to have those folds that I can go, I don't want to make just an ordinary fold. What else? And it just helps me remember them and gives me a bit more inspiration.
It does. And of course, we are showing some of the samples using the beautiful stamps that you can use them in different sizes as well. So this is equivalent, the card size, is it about 6 by 6, right?
Yeah, it's 15 by 30, so nice and easy to fold. Those extra 3 millimeters just make everything super easy. Yeah. Perfect.
Look, you can see it there as well, kind of how it kind of that trifle there as well. And of course, the beautiful daisies as well that you have got in there as well. This is, oh, look, I need to show you this one as well, because I love these ones as well. Kind of course, score it, fussy cut on the edge. Right, now, if you want to go for this bundle, you are saving £7.70, £29.95 is your price, 451360 is your item number. Remember, you are getting the true black and of course the super smooth in white, and you are getting, is it 25 of each? 25
is, yeah.
Just making sure that I do give you the right details. Now, moving on to the next bundle in here, which of course you are getting a textured stamps with beautiful possibilities, and you are getting the super smooth and the true black again in 25 of each. I love these stamps, so they're very versatile.
These stamps are just, there is just so much you can do with them. So backgrounds, so you can kind of use them as kind of the texture suggests, but then you put different colours on them and they look completely different as well. So all of it just works really well together. Look
at that. I really love how, can we show, well, I'm going to show these backgrounds in here because you can see it's a kind of a small stamp.
Those ones, yeah, those ones have been stamped twice together. So you can see that they join up together. So we've just done 2 on that one.
Yeah. And then we have, of course, the crack kind of elements in there. And then, look at that. That's really striking.
Yeah, and that's textures too. And there, we've just stamped them, really. Just show you how they work.
And of course, then you can bring them to life when using cards like this, extending and kind of tessellating them. And of course, look at this one's beautiful kind of almost like texture weave or a basket weave. Now, we are a third of the stock gone, £7.70, saving £29.95. Of course, includes both stamp sets and your card sets, 25 of the Super Smooth and 25 of the True Black. Again, we are getting the instructions for them with 10 different folds. And of course, if this is the first time that you check out your baskets during this second anniversary of Pink Frog Crafts, it means that you will get that free gift with purchases, which is 50 sheets of paper of that ice gold. Then we have the sunflowers, and look at that. And you're getting the Carso, which is one of the essentials. Like whenever I think of Pink Frog Crafts, Claire, I think Anna scorecards, ready to go, ready to be creative.
Yeah, all of these are almost like starter sets on their own. So, you know, you've got stamps there to start you off. You've got sentiments in the sunflowers, and then you've got the card as well. So you've got the black and the white to use either as your bases or for all your matting and layering as well.
That is gorgeous. Look at the stamps as well, like the matting and layering that you were talking about it. And of course, if you want to do shaker cards as well, you kind of have a ready kind of 2 mats and layers, right?
Yeah. It's all there for you.
Now, and of course, that doesn't mean that you have to always use those stamps with that size. You can mix and, you know, go a little bit bigger if you wanted to go. And I love the fact that you can create beautiful wreaths, especially for, I know we were in the height of pre-summer, but I'm also thinking about towards the autumn, and kind of this is perfect.
Yeah, the sunflowers work really well with autumn colours, as well as putting up that pop of colour through them.
That is beautiful. Now, of course, 25 of the True Black and the Ultra Smooth, not Ultra Smooth, Super Smooth White, 15 by 30. You're getting 25 sheets of each. So you're saving £7.70, £29.95 is your price. 557506 is your item number. Now, then we have something really, really gorgeous. Now, this is on extended delivery because it's been very, very, very popular. Now, is it 60% of the stock has gone of the Pearly Wings sprays, the collaboration. I know Hazel loves these colours.
Absolutely. So she's picked these colours along with the rest of the team at Pink Frog, and they've just been an absolute delight and joy to work with, the colours and the products. So yeah, they're fabulous.
Look at that. So the colors themselves are matte, but then of course you are also getting diamond pearl that will afterwards we'll add the shimmer. And we have got somebody in our ears, our Lottie from Mama Makes, that loves a little bit of shimmer, and of course the spritzers, because they add that cosmic kind of power, right, doesn't it?
Definitely. And the diamond pearl just adds that extra element, a little bit of extra dimension.
Well, that's on True Black, isn't it?
Yeah.
And that's on a diamond pearl onto just Super Smooth, and it has that kind of pearl as well in there. Look at that gorgeousness in there, right? And then of course we have got the Color Pop Cotton White, which is the last of those sprays that you are getting. That is an acrylic, isn't it? It's
acrylic, but it's water-based, and it's a beautiful consistency straight out of the pot. So whether you spray it or you put a bit on your mat and just paint with it. So we painted some daisies earlier, and what that will do on black card is that will allow you to then add other colour on top of that. So it takes the pencils and your inks really well.
And of course, I suppose that kind of gives you almost the ability to create, you know, like oxides, we always talk about being pigment and dye. So that kind of is a pigment because it's opaque. And then the dyes that are on there, so you can create the same sorts of effects. That is a phenomenal bundle. £22.97 is your price. We will see lots of different techniques from Claire later on. 588034. Remember, it's dispatched from the 21st of June. And of course, you can find it on the website, thecraftstore.com. And there you will find everything in there, including, of course, those Pearly Wings, beautiful sprays. And of course, you have got the True Black and a scorecard, different sizes. For instance, the 10.5 by 30, which is the equivalent of a landscape A6. And of course, you have got other sizes, including watercolor cards in the A5 and A6 card, which I love. And then other stamp sets that you may want to go for, including the chrysanthemum or the lily with 5-star reviews. And I have to say, the typewriter editions is one of my all-time favorites with a beautiful background. But you have got lots more, of course, on the website, thecraftstore.com. And don't forget to check out your baskets, because this is the last live hour to celebrate the second anniversary of Pink Frog Crafts, which means that this is the last chance to get the free gift with purchase, which is the glorious 50 sheets of ice gold. It's so difficult to show the gorgeousness of it, but look at that. It's absolutely stunning. So make sure to check out your baskets, and it's, of course, is one per customer. Right, Claire, where... Oh! Sorry, I get very excited. I was like, what are we going to do? And then I could see it. It's like really good. So take it away, Claire.
Okay, so we're going to make a little frame box card. Where do we want that? So we're going to make this. But what I wanted to explain is this card I did 3 times, because this is where I started. So it was just a little plain card, and then I went away and thought, oh, that'd look really nice with a frame on it. So I did it with a frame, and then over, because I was just like, oh, that'd look like quite arty in a frame. And then overnight, I was like, oh, if you put like gilding on it, it would look. So we're going to do the super duper one. So we're going to do this one.
Love that.
So let's start by making our frame. So we'll pop that one up there.
I love this because it's a card that you can set, obviously, with a deeper box. But you know, if maybe you are like Lottie, that her you know, her families are, you know, a little bit far away, and of course you can send the pictures of the children, so Harvey and Charlie. Ooh, so, and of course you can send them there for her mom and dad, or her, you know, in-laws as well.
Definitely, and they're nice and light as well with them.
Absolutely,
made a card.
They're cards, not the children.
Yeah, don't send children. So we're just going to start. So we're going to make a frame. These are in your instructions. So I'm just going to score this one down at 1/2, 1.5, 3 and 4, and we'll turn it round and we'll do it at 1 centimetre and 2.5. And we do several of those, but I will just do one to show you how it works. So at this point, what I'm going to do, so the way I do it, you cut down to the second line.
Right.
Then you cut across to the next corner, make a tab.
And then
cut that last little bit off.
Okay,
so
that's simple enough.
That is how kind of, slightly different size, but that's how all your frames will start off. I then want to put some texture on this, so I'm going to grab our wood grain out of Textures 1. So it's a bit like parquet flooring, really, this one. Let's grab the anti-static bag, pop that on there.
Okay.
So we'll stamp that down. I don't mind too much if I miss bits on this, because I want it to have a slight kind of vintage feel.
Yeah.
And if it overlaps a bit as well.
So you're using Versamark, so a sticky ink.
Yeah, because I'm going to use, this is an old pot I've got, but I know Wow do one, and I think Ranger do one, and it's like a glue.
Oh, yeah, the sticky,
or you could use the indigo
blue.
Oh, yes. They've got their special...
Yeah, flitter glue.
The flitter glue, the flitter glue would be brilliant for this. So let's just grab a piece of paper. But anything, basically, that is just going to make that embossing a bit sticky, really.
Okay.
And there. So we'll give that a quick blast. Now, it'll only need a really quick blast.
With the heat gun, right?
Yeah, because what that'll do is it just activates it enough to make it sticky.
So and if you overheat it, it can lose its tackiness, doesn't it?
Yeah. So I'm going to grab my my gilding flakes ready.
To go,
I'll give that a quick heat. But you'll see it changes really quickly.
Yeah. By the way, if you don't have a Versamark ink pad, we do have them on the website, thecraftstore.com. If you type in Versamark, it's manufactured by Tsukiniko, which is a Japanese brand I'm very, very fond of, because they're absolutely amazing. So if you want that, you will find it on the website.
And then we can just rub our gilding flakes in. Like I say, any bits that I miss, for once, I'm really not bothered. Because
the textures have that distressed look, so if you miss a little bit, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, and because I kind of want to go for that kind of gilded frame, which, you know, they tend to wear and stuff. So at that point, you can just see the textures coming through and different levels of that.
Right.
I'm just going to put that to one side and deal with it later.
Okay, yeah. That's like housework in my house.
Exactly.
I'll deal with that later.
So I'm just going to fold on all of my score lines, and then I want to stick this together. Now, the best thing for me for sticking frames together is our red liner tape.
Right. And of course, we have them on the show as well. So it's the one that you are getting for $13.99, but you are getting, of course, the 3mm, the 6mm, 9mm, and the 12mm. Now, this is the equivalent, by the way, of one of these rolls of 6 traditional rolls, because you are getting 30 meters in each of those rolls, which is 6 times the amount of a 5-meter roll. Hence, what you are getting actually 120 meters in total for just £13.99. So it works out. Our lottie reliably informs me that it's 12 pence per meter, which is rather cheap, I would say. Anyway, back to you, Claire.
So what I'm going to do is, in fact, I can move that out of the way for a second. All I do is I've taken the tape off, so I've just put it on that long edge, so I've used the skinniest one, the 3mm, and if I bring that in, that joins up, so I'm not having to line it up or anything, and that'll make like a little box. Yeah. At that point, we can join these together. So I've got 3 already, and I will use, again, a little bit of red liner tape on my tabs. There's that one.
And it's great to have 4 different thicknesses,
yeah, because on the tabs, I tend to use the 6mm. Yeah. So depending what job I'm doing, I haven't stuck that one down. Yeah.
You know, I love the one that I use the most is, of course, the 6mm and the 3mm. And also I use because the 6mm and 3mm, sometimes it's thin, so then I can put EVA on the edge of it, so and on the other side, so that kind of gives it even more strength.
That one in the right place. There we go. There we go. So we end up with a long train, and at that point, then I am going to bring my EVA in.
Perfect.
So just to bring this into a frame. And it's great because I can get into all those little notches, a little bit on there.
And you are using the non-clogged bottles,
I am, yeah.
Yeah. Now, EVA glue, you have a 225ml bottle with the nozzle. You can see it here. £13.99 is your price. Now, if you wanted to go for the non-clog that come empty, then you can fill them up with your EVA or whatever glue of choice. £13.99 as well. You're getting the 0.5ml and the 0.8ml and the tip there. So, then back to Claire.
Just back on there, so we're just sticking this together. Come on, there we go. So that one will go in there. We just need to put a bit of glue in before we tuck it in. Go in, a little bit on there. Always clean the nozzle of your bottle before you put your needle back in it.
Yeah, because if there is any glue at the very top nozzle here, sometimes it kind of attaches itself to the lid, right?
Yeah, it's just good housekeeping, really. It just keeps it nice and clear, and then you'll have no problems with it whatsoever. So I'm going to use my board just to help me square that up and make sure it's nice and neat. But there's your frame. You're already a good way towards sorting your card out. And we'll just put that to one side. We will grab a card blank. And because it's unscored, we'll just pop a score line right down the middle on that.
It's funny because at the beginning when Pink Crafts joined us here 2 years ago, kind of thought, wow, unscored cards, and it's like, oh, but it actually makes a lot of sense, doesn't it?
It does. It just gives you more creativity, more options. So yeah,
it is, because it like kind of what I always went wrong was into cutting cards. Hence, when I was buying pre-scored card, but that makes. You only have got that fold.
Yeah, so, and if you've got a pre-scored fold, you can't do a gatefold card because it's got a line down the middle. So what I'm going to grab now is, so this is just some of our super smooth, and I've stamped some of the textures on. You can't see them very well at the minute, but we're going to give them a spritz.
Yeah, we can see it.
Yeah, I've used some white embossing powder, and I've just done a mixture. And when I was doing these at home, I'd do these, and I'd actually use them as my underneath layer, and while I was spritzing, you just get them like as extras, really. So this is our anemone blue, which is kind of a nice purple colour, really.
It is.
Then we'll pop some magenta on there.
Oh, I love those colours together.
and then some blue grotto, so kind of the turquoisey colour.
Oh, that's my favourite. That's
and
just
then
such a
I love the
beautiful-
way that where they meet and cross over, you get kind of a merge of the colours as well. They work really well together. I am going to give it a bit of a dab just to dry it off a bit. Now what that'll do is it will knock the colours back, whereas at home I'd let these dry.
And it's more intense on their own, yeah.
But you can see it goes,
Yeah.
it's really pretty though.
It is gorgeous.
And we'll give it a quick blast with the heat gun as well. Clean it off.
That's gorgeous. I love the textures as well, that kind of gentleness, distress, that it's not too, you know, you can extend it, you can just have it as
and
it
for
is.
me, kind of all these bits, I would then kind of die cut these later as well, which is kind of how this card started, was using extra bits and pieces. So what I'm going to do is, let's tidy all that up, I am going to grab some dies and we're just going to pop this through the machine.
And I think this card is great because if you don't have a die cutting machine, you could just cut rectangles.
Yeah, you could do it with rectangle. You could do it with any shape you liked. It doesn't need to be anything in particular. I am going to use a little bit of Scotch tape just to.
Can I? This is one of my all-time favorite products, and the reason is it's my most used product probably. You know, it's $13.99 for two of them. You are getting 65 and 0.8 meters in total, and I thoroughly recommend it. $9.99, 999-217 is your item number. I was going to give it to in pounds, imagine that. And then, of course, it secures the dies, and it doesn't damage them, does it?
Not at all. It's really good at just holding things in place. So it's good for when you're putting your dies through, but great with stencils and things like that as well. So
it's one of those ones that I kind of get very excited because when I saw it, I remember the first time I saw it at the craft store, because it's one of, like, since 2004 or no, 2003. It's been a staple in my craft room, and it's reusable as well, so, and it's great for masking.
Yeah, and even on this, and this paper's, I'd still consider this paper to be like slightly damp.
Yes.
And it's absolutely fine.
Yeah. I think in, well, however long it is, 18 years, 18 years already, you know, I have been using them. I think it's 3 times that it let me down, 3 times. And I use it about, I don't know, 5, 6, 10 times a day. So it's yeah.
So I've already cut some exactly the same, but again, you could just mat and layer these using your trimmer or even a pair of scissors. So, and what we'll do is we will grab again, we'll use the slightly bigger one. Obviously, if you're using dies, sometimes the edge it gives you is a little bit too wide for what you're looking for, so you can always trim that down again. Trimmer, scissors.
And these bottles as well, they're nice and easy to squeeze as well.
They're absolutely brilliant, and even when you're getting towards the end of the bottle, the glue comes out absolutely fabulously. It doesn't, you know, it's not as though because they do squeeze so well.
Yeah, you can see the different sizes as well in there. Of course, the 0.5 mils for finer detail and the 0.8. To put them back in, I tend to put just the finger there and then gently guide them in. If I can do it live on air, I did it the other way around.
Yeah, if I can do it live on air without any glasses on, it can't be that difficult.
There we have. You have got the details on the screen.
So yeah, again, just wipe it and then nozzle in. And then what we'll do is, I know my frame's going to go there, but I want to stamp a word on it first. So we'll just grab one of our words. What should we go for?
Right.
Let's go for, there you go, we've got love. That one will fit the bill. I'm going to be brave and go straight in there. So obviously I need to stamp this before I stick my frame down, else, you know, the other way is you would just do it on a piece of paper and stick it in. So I am just going to go in there.
Yeah.
Oh, I've managed to bend that
And
slightly. That's quite cute, though.
The love, is it from daisies and flowers and
That
verses?
one's from sunflowers.
Ah, sunflowers, yeah.
And what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab a little bit of the purple.
Oh, so you can, of course, do a little bit of colouring in with it.
Yeah, I'm just picking it up from there. I am looking for a paintbrush. That little one there will do. And yeah, you can just paint with them. Because they are kind of like a water-based ink. There we go. We'll pop our frame on.
Okay.
And then...
And I love that frame. I really just and look at that. Of course, you have the love in there with love, but they are separate stamps, which showcases the versatility of the stamps. And you can see there the sunflower stamps. They come, of course, with 25 of the super smooth, 25 of the true black, and 15 by 30. And you have got that saving of £7.70. And of course, this is a perfect. Your card is a perfect way to show how the true black works with on top of the card as well.
So I've used a white card blank, but put our little, the frame on top. And then I'm going to grab some of my foam pads. If they're too wide, just grab a pair of scissors and cut them down so you get even more for your money. There we go.
And then... Okay.
And pop that one on.
Okay. And of course, the foam pads, they are fabulous because they come in, is it 1,500 that you are getting? And they are actually proper nice large sizes. So I love that you can always trim them down. Of course, that means that having the larger size.
And the other thing is if you want an area to be a bit thicker as well, you can just double them up as well. So on that one, I've put 2. Because I want that one to sit on top of there.
Yeah.
Oh, hello. There. Put one more on. Yeah, we'll pop one down there. So I just want a really skinny little bit under there.
And then they're lifting it.
I've taken the easy peel bit off, haven't I? There you go.
Thank you. Do you have some tweezers maybe to lift them?
Yeah, I do. Let's grab a pokey tool.
That always happens live on air. That happens. By the way, of course, the phone collection, you have got the details on the screen. £5.50 saving. But of course, you are getting the roll and the foam pad roll as well in there, and the foam sheets as well with a £5.50 saving. 325813 is your item.
There we go. And I just want that one to tuck in there, which is why I only wanted a little skinny piece.
Oh, that looks lovely.
And I love the fact they've all come out a little bit different each time. So there we go.
That's gorgeous. Thank you, Claire, so much, because that is, I really love how you have stamp with the Versamark, with the embossing powder, and then getting those gold flakers in there. Thank you, Claire.
Thank you.
Now, of course, if you wanted to go for the sprays, which is how Claire has created the color, we are 2/3 of the stock are gone. There you have it. You are getting 5 beautiful colors, plus the diamond pearl and the color pop in the cotton candy. £22.97 is your price. 588034. Remember, dispatch from the 21st of June. Now, maybe you want to add some stamps in there as well. You want to add those beautiful daisies and the flowers and the verses. Now, this bundle, of course, includes 25 of the underscore 15 by 30 in true black and 25 of super smooth. You're going to get instructions on how to score them as well, 10 different scores as well. One of the reasons we like this size, and of course Hazel is one of the massive fans, is the fact that you can actually score it into a 6x6 card, or just under. But also the fact that you can then trim it down if you wanted a little bit more, or if you wanted to, you can mat it and layer it. So for instance, you can create the base and then of course use the leftovers or extra that you have in here, the true black, to mat and layer. Those beautiful flowers are included. Birthday wishes are being sent your way. Included in the kit as well. So you have a £7.70 saving. £29.95 is your price. 451360 is your item number for that one. Then we have got textures, which is the stamp set that, of course, Claire was using for the frame in there. Now, I love these stamps because when you're thinking about any sort of a style, maybe even clean and simple, maybe vintage, you want to build a little bit of interest, of background. And the best way to do it is with texture stamps. Here, not only you are getting one stamp set, you're getting both of them. And also you are getting, of course, 20 sheets of that 15 by 30 in true black and super smooth. Love the crackle kind of element in there. Love the smaller cracks, the bigger cracks. Love the, of course, the texture weave and the break as well there. You have got the kind of oil on water. Imagine that with an iridescent embossing powder. The wood grain as well, kind of hint of that. So many different possibilities, and that means that you can create something like this easily with those stamps in there. Now the stamps, okay, so the stamps on their own are £14.95. So you are basically not paying for your cardstock. Remember, again, you are getting 25 of the 15 by 30 of the true black and of the super smooth. One of the reasons I love, I'm going to take one of these elements in here because, you can see it here, that you have, maybe you are kind of wanting to create a mixed media piece. You can use it. It's unscored. It doesn't mean that you have to make cards all the time. If you have got a bind it all or a system that kind of binds them together, you have got an art journal. And if you like memory books making, then you have got accent and linen free with the black card. Now, if you want to go for this one, you know what to do. Check out your baskets. 215083 is your item number for that one. Now, you have a £7.70 saving there as well. Right. Oh, right. So, of course, we are moving on to the next one. Of course, the sunflowers there, we have them here, a set of 2. And, of course, that includes the super smooth and the, of course, the true black in here. Now, again, it works out that you're basically not paying any extra for the cardstock because the stamps on their own are, is it £14.95? The stamp sets on their own. Yes, I got it right. Oof. 557506 is your item number. Absolutely stunning. And remember that if you haven't checked out your baskets during this hour or any of the event of Pink Frog Crafts, you will receive with your order in this hour, of course, that free gift with purchase, which is that ice gold paper, 50 sheets, 120 GSM. But look at the beautiful sunflowers in here as well, the with love, which is of course the stamp that Claire was using. 557506 is your item number. Now, very popular item is the Pearly Wings selection, a special collaboration with Pink Frog Crafts, and you have 5 beautiful dye-based colors, as well as the diamond pearl and the cotton, white cotton color pop. Now, 70% of the stock has gone, and what you are going to get is, of course, the sweet orange. Well, shall we start? Magenta, anemone blue. We are getting blue grotto, chartreuse yellow, and sweet orange. They are matte, but when we add the diamond pearl, we will get that beautiful shimmer in there. And look at that. Look at the black on top of the black. It's like a starry night, isn't it? And of course, we have got the diamond pearl and the color pop cotton white, which is of course a water-based acrylic, beautiful spray. That means that of course that will go onto, like glossy surfaces, like for instance, maybe acetate and things like that. So 7 sprays in total, £22.97 is your price. 588034 is your item number. Now we will have lots more on the show, including the non-clog bottles. One of my favorite, because it always makes sense to have a non-clog, dispenser of glue. Now you can refill it with the EVA glue, or you can refill it with your choice of wet glue. Personally, I think EVA is great. Also, I like other, tacky glues, but you can put them in there. £13.99 is your price. 603282 is your item number. Remember that you are getting both bottles, easy squeeze. The blue one is, of course, the one. Oh, sorry, I was still talking about the blue bottles. Neutral PA. I get very excited when it comes to these bottles. Right. Now, we have got the Pink Frog Crafts EVA glue that you can refill those bottles with. No, you can decant them into the bottles. 225 ml of that glue. £13.99 is your price. 538442 is your item number. And of course, we have got the mascade sheets. You are getting 10 of them, and £9.99 is your price. 976569 is your item number. Our Lottie is probably thinking today, I wish I hadn't been. I just come back. It's just like she's like thinking, well, if I'd known that I was working with Paula, I wouldn't have come in on a Sunday. I mean, it's beautiful out there. Anyway, back to you, Claire.
Well, seeing as we're using flowers and verses,
yeah.
I can't use flowers and verses without using my favourite Pink Frog stamp, which is this little leaf. And I thought, you know what, it's lovely and sunny out there, so let's go nice and bright. So I'm going to use our masket. No, that isn't masket. That's Scotch tape.
Yeah.
And I'm just going to put a little line across there. Now, if you are putting 2 lines on and you don't want it to show up whatever you're stamping over on in the middle, just make sure that you go all the way over it. This is a little 12 by 18 panel. No, yes, it is. So there you go. So what we'll do is we're just going to grab some of our Distress Oxides.
Okay, yeah.
And pop these on here.
Okay.
White.
I love the detail in there. They're photopolymer, aren't they?
They are fabulous stamps. Again, kind of versatility and the things you can do, different looks. Let's just pop it down. There you go. There's that one.
Oh, look, yeah.
Pop that one there. And I'm not going to sweat it if they overlap a little bit.
Yeah.
The colours will just blend into each other.
So you are using Distress Oxide, so you are using, is it dust?
I have got seedless preserves, ripe persimmon and picked raspberry.
Oh, yeah.
For those of you who watched Hazel yesterday and wanted to know where her colour charts were, they are on the Pink Frog Inspiration Facebook page, for those that are looking for them. I know they've already been put up there, and we'll pop you up there. So what I want to do now is I wanted these to look a little bit more kind of solid, so they had a more solid colour, but I wanted to give them a shine as well. So I have put some of the pearly winks, the diamond pearl, into my water brush.
And I love that idea, because then you can blend in those colours like Claire is showing at the minute now. There it is. That's gorgeous.
And it will just dry with a little bit of a shimmer.
Those sprays are beautiful. I love those colours. And I love the idea that you can create your own watercolour with a sparkle in there.
Yeah, so, sometimes you just want a little bit more kind of control or choice of where you want that sparkle to go. I was like, oh, if I put it in a water brush, it'll just go where I kind of want it to. Part of me just wants to spray all over it as well because it's so lovely.
Yeah.
I'm trying not to get too much water where my tape is.
Yeah.
So we'll just blend these in. We'll do it really quickly. As always, you take a little bit longer at home.
Yeah.
Do the orange.
Yeah. And of course, water brushes, you will find them on the website, thecraftstore.com. And if you search for water brushes, there will be there are different ones from different manufacturers as well. I love that you can refill them with just plain water, or like you do with the diamond pearl.
Yeah, and then we'll just do the pink, and then I wanted to add a little bit more depth. So once we've done this,
Okay.
couple of last ones. Yeah. And then what I'm going to do, I'm going to grab a spare piece of paper, and I just wanted to add a bit more, just a bit of gentle colour behind.
Right, yeah.
So I'm just going to off stamp on there.
Second generation.
Second and kind of third generation, just nice and gentle.
Yeah.
And I just wanted it to be one colour sitting behind there.
Right. And that will give like kind of a background, foreground kind of impression there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Look at that. Like that. I love that. There was these fabrics this morning from Moda, and that reminds me very much of that. Yeah. Yeah.
So at that point, I am now ready to take off my...
The mascara. Oh, look at that.
So yeah, that's our Scotch tape. So at that point, I have managed to get a little bit down there. We will find a greeting. Let's put this nice long one on.
Okay.
I probably should put
And the sentiment, is it from...
That is from Flowers and Verses, yeah.
Perfect.
And this one says, let's have a look, and when it's the right way up in a second.
Now, of course, if you didn't want the cardstock, or because you had already got plenty of it, or you don't want the daisies, you can go for Flowers and Verses stamp on their own, 7 stamps in total, £14.95, with a beautiful, with love and best wishes on your special day.
There you go. Should have done it in the stamping platform, but hey ho. So at this point, what I want to do is I want to build it onto my card. So what I am going to do is just add 2 little strips of black card.
Right, yeah.
So instead of, obviously we could mat and layer across that middle bit, but instead what I've got, and I've used some of the quick stick that we do, but you could use this with double-sided tape as well. And I'm just going to put those across there.
Oh, that's a good, I know that, matte and layering. It's kind of a fake matting and layering, isn't it?
It is. So, you know, sometimes you've stamped something like that's really good, but I just want to add, you know, make it stand out a little bit more.
A lovely, well, our Lottie, I mean, I'm giving her lots of name checks because we are really lucky that we have got her back in the building for a day. But it's, of course, she's suggesting washi tape across it as well.
Yeah.
You can do a little bit of washi.
Well, what we'll do in a second is we will make some washi tape. So I'm going to just snip that off there. And then I'm going to put this onto a card front, but it's going to be all the way across a card front. But I still want it to stand up a little bit, so I'm using some of our foam sheets. Yeah. So,
and I know a lot of people that say that if you put foam pads, unless you put loads of them, kind of when it goes through the post, it can get squished.
Yeah.
So they use the full foam pad like that sheet in there.
So I'm just going to take all of that off there, get it stuck to me, pop that on there. And it just raises it up nice and neatly. And we will pop that.
You're getting 2 packs and you're getting 2 in each, so you're getting 4 in total of the A4 foam.
I've managed to get fingerprints all over that. So the other thing I wanted to do is I wanted to kind of bring the outside in. Yeah. And I only wanted something really subtle. So what I've done, this is our masket.
Yeah.
So I'm going to grab that. I'm going to grab one of my little acrylic
You're
blocks.
getting 10 don't you, with the Mascade, and of course $9.99 is your price. I don't think I have them here to show you, but they are absolutely phenomenal, and also they are kind of almost like washi tapes in there. So you know, if you want to create your own washi tape, you can with it. $9.99 is your price. 976-569 is your item number.
So we are just stamping onto our Mascade. I'm going to be really naughty and for speed, I'm just going to wipe it on my hand.
Oh,
I know.
yes. There we have it.
Oh, there we go. All the way along.
Okay.
And the pink one. That's all right, I don't need that bit. So, and I wonder why I get ink everywhere. So at this point, I can just grab my trimmer.
Right.
And if I cut this as a little strip,
That is really lovely. Yeah.
we've made our own washi tape.
Oh!
So how cute is that?
See, I didn't know that you were going to do that. So when I said make your own washi, I was like, oh, no, it rained.
So it has a slight creamy colour to it, and that's fine. But you know, it stamps really
washi,
well.
yeah,
It is washi. And like with washi, in fact, we'll lift up that
We
end.
should ask Jill Clay from Festival of Japan is here. Am I right to believe that washi means Japanese paper? Oh, no, apparently no. No, she's like, no. Okay, fine. Not done.
So, but it does tear.
Yeah,
so
it does
it's,
tear.
you know,
It does tear. At least
but it does mean that you can tie that in. So apologies for my word stamping isn't great. If I did that, I would just put another panel over the top of it. But there you go.
Right, thank you so much for that lovely demonstration, Claire. And of course, because it showcases how you can use the stamps. The Mascade sheets in there, $9.99 is your price, and you are getting 10 sheets in there. 976-569 is your item number. Now, we have, of course, the daisies and the gorgeous sentiments as well, a stamp set. Now, of course, that we have the 25 of the super smooth, 25 of the true black on that fabulous size 15 by 30. Now what it means is that you can do cards like this. So you stamp directly, you fuss a card, you can score on the middle, and you have that card in here. Then you can do other folds because, of course, each of these packs will come with 10 instructions or instructions with 10 different folds. Look at this one. I'm not sure if this one comes in, but this is one that you could create a shutter card sort of element. Maybe this is actually a Z fold card, but then, of course, it can go in whichever way you put it in like that. And you will get instructions for this one as well. Now, another thing that I tend to do with the sizes as well is to cut them in half. Or cut in a little bit in here, and then you have got an A6 card, folded card. So all those possibilities are there. And of course, all the samples I'm showing feature those beautiful stamps that are in here, the flowers and verses, and of course, the daisies as well. And you can see, and look at that, it's not just for 15 by 30, but obviously those larger cards. £29.95 is your price, saving £7.70. 451360 is your item number. Grab yours, check out your baskets, and remember that if you haven't bought anything during the event of the 2nd anniversary of Pink Frog Crafts, you will get a free gift with purchase, one per customer, and then that you don't have to add anything extra. It will come with your delivery. 120 GSM ice gold, 50 sheets in there, and it's worth £6.49, and you're not paying for this. Right, Claire, we are heading back to you. We will have about 10 minutes left in the show.
That's fine. I don't know, I won't get this card finished, but I do want to just show you the sprays with a stencil. This is a stencil I've cut out of our Mylar, so, but any stencils would work.
Okay, so if you want to go for the Mylar, we do have it in the show. You are getting 6 of the 12 by 12. So if you cut it into 4, you would have, of course, 24 different, 6 by 6 stencils in there. 394204 is your item number. 11.99 is your price. Back to you, Claire.
I love the fact I've lost the end of the tape. There it
is.
They'll laugh at me in the warehouse. I do it all the time. There we go. Right, I'm just going to pop that there. So I've just got a small piece of card. I've got a piece of card under there. It's about A6, A5. So it's just to show you how these work with the, let's go for the orange, because that's really pretty. And we can just spray over the top.
Okay.
And we'll add a little bit of magenta as well.
Right.
And I think, oh, we might, go on, let's add a little bit of the
one more for good measure.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah.
What I'm going to do is I'm going to use my kitchen roll, just to soak it up so it doesn't kind of go underneath my stencil. But then I do want to add the our mist, so our pearl mist, our diamond pearl. So again, either roll it behind your hand or shake it from side to side, but not up and down. And then we can pop that over the top, and hopefully when we do that,
oh, look at that!
Comes out so beautifully.
Yeah.
And there's the front of your card.
Yeah.
Ready to go.
I love this sprays because it's a quick and easy way of adding color to your cards. And of course, if you have that Mylar, you can create your own stencils. Maybe you already own lots of stencils. I mean, a few of us are guilty of that. But however, if you have got those stencils, it means that they suddenly, with those colors, completely transform. Yeah. Remember, you are getting 7 of them, 5 colors.
5 colors. The pearl mist, diamond pearl, and the colour pop white as well. So what we can do, which is nice, is where we've used those 2 colours, we can use the same 2 colours, and then we've got a piece of, so if we want to then either matte and layer or have another element on that card, straight away, we added a bit of the green, didn't we, the chartreuse. You've got, even though it might not be exactly the same, it's got the same colours in, so that matches beautifully.
Oh, I love the texture that it gives out of rolling the paper in there.
I had one with little flowers on the other day at home, which was really cute. And again, and what's really nice about the diamond pearl is it'll lift a bit of colour as well, but then you'll be left with the shimmer behind.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
So there we go. And then we could obviously, then when we matte and layer, you've got those similar colour tones in there just straight away. But I love that sparkle.
Can you, with these sprays, can you do drippage? Kind of that kind of drip?
Yeah, well, there's a few things you can do. You can either, I think, depending on how you kind of do them, so if you spray them there, they're going to be quite close. The further away you are, you'll get more of a mist. Yeah. Let's get a clean sheet. These will all be used. So the further away you are, you'll get a mist. Yeah. If you want to drip it, depending on, let's find.
If you come closer to it, would you? Oh yeah. Oh, that's perfect.
But you can,
big droplets.
Yeah, you can do it. You can do it that way, which just again gives you a bit more control. The other thing you can do, which you've seen me do, is just put a bit of colour onto your board, and then you can pick that up with a paintbrush or water brush and just kind of paint in with it as well. So your options are just huge with it, really.
Could they work as well? Because since they are dye-based, water-based inks, if you want to blend them in a little bit softer with glycerin or something like that.
Yeah, even just with your
brushes.
Even with your brushes, you'll get kind of like a smooshy.
Yeah. There and there. Oh yeah, kind of So swashy.
So you will. If you're still not happy, you can just add a little bit more colour to it. Yeah. You know, but it'll give you that good coverage underneath. Yeah. So you know, it will do that, and you can get different effects with it, and where it's sat, it'll take colour away a little bit as well.
It's amazing. We are nearly 80% of this Pearly Wings sprays. If you want yours, you know what to do. Check out your baskets. They will be dispatched from the 24 1st of June, which I think is it Monday a week, so it's not long to wait at all. £22.97. Love pearly wings. They are such beautiful colours, and they're lovely guys, aren't they? Here based in the UK, and of course you are getting the diamond pearl and the cotton pop. Now, of course, we are reaching towards the end of the show, and you know what? I'm going to show you, for instance, something that you could be making with your sprays. Now, of course, this one is a slightly different spray. It says you can bring in and mix them up as well, because of course if you bring them and the colors together with a diamond pearl, then you will have the pearl in there. Now, of course, can I just give a shout out to Jill Clay, because she has told me exactly what washi means in Japanese, which means harmony paper together in kanji, which means Japanese paper. I think that's what she said. So no, it's just really good. Love that how she is like so knowledgeable about it. Remember, she's next in this after this show, right? And then we have the ability to create with the Pink Frog crafts. Beautiful borders. We have got beautiful stamps. So if we go for the textures stamps, you are going to get, of course, you are going to get the card in super smooth and ultra smooth. Now, very busy for this one. Nearly half the stock has gone. The textures, you can, of course, add them in the edges. You can bring them in as well to create those frames, and adding, like Claire was doing in the first demo, those perfect kind of finishing touches. But look, if you like die cutting and you don't like plain cards, this is a perfect way to stamp onto your cardstock and create the fabulous kind of elements. So you plain like this, and then of course once you stamp, it's just really gorgeous. Right, do check out your baskets, and of course, Claire, it's been an absolute pleasure to have you here. Do you know when you are next?
I think Dawn's back next, towards the end of June, and then I know we're back beginning of July as well.
Oh, exciting. So. And of course, now I want to remind everybody to check out your baskets. Remember, this is the last live hour of the 2nd anniversary of Pink Frog here at the craft store. So it has a gift with purchase that will end at the end of this show. It is 50 sheets of the ice gold beautiful paper, 120 GSM, and you can see the shimmer that it has. You can print on it, you can stamp on it, you can colorize it, and the shimmer still will show through. Now, if you want yours, well, 588034 is, of course, the item number for your spritzers. You can attach to sprays into your paper gift with purchase. £22.97 is your price. Do check out your baskets, Claire. A pleasure. We'll see you in July then. And of course, and hopefully we'll see Dawn with memory albums that she likes.
Yeah, and for those that love pearly wings, I think they're on tomorrow as well. And it's been a pleasure to work with their product.
Well, you know what? Pearly wings are tomorrow at 7 p.m. So, of course, do tune in for that one. Claire, thank you so much. I want to remind everybody to check out their baskets, but also to stay tuned, because we have got lots more at the craft store. Don't forget the free gift with purchase. This is the last live hour in which you can get it. If you haven't purchased anything during the event of Pink Frog Crafts and 2nd anniversary. Now, stay tuned here at the craft store, because after the break, the person, Jill, the fabulous, all knowledgeable about Japan, is next with Haley.